exchanges, military or police education or training, and exercises between any military or police organization of the Government of the People's Republic of China and military, police, or security-oriented organizations of countries of Latin America and the Caribbean, countries and regional organizations of Latin America and the Caribbean that maintain diplomatic relations with Taiwan. And any steps that the Government of the People's Republic of China has taken to encourage countries and regional organizations of Latin America and the Caribbean to switch diplomatic relations to the People's Republic of China instead of Taiwan. Two, a detailed description of the relationship between the Government of the People's Republic of China and the Government of Venezuela and the Government of Cuba. B. Military installations, assets, and activities of the Government of the People's Republic of China in Latin America and the Caribbean that currently exist or are planned for the future. C. Sales or transfers of defense articles and services by the Government of the People's Republic of China to countries of Latin America and the Caribbean. D. A comparison of sales and transfers of defense articles and services to countries of Latin America and the Caribbean by the Government of the People's Republic of China, the Russian Federation, and the United States. Any other form of military, paramilitary, or security cooperation between the Government of the People's Republic of China and the governments of countries of Latin America and the Caribbean. F. The nature, extent, and purpose of the Government of the People's Republic of China's intelligence activities in Latin America and the Caribbean. G. The role of the Government of the People's Republic of China in transnational crime in Latin America and the Caribbean, including trafficking and money laundering, as well as any links to the People's Liberation Army. H. Efforts by the Government of the People's Republic of China to expand the reach and influence of its financial system within Latin America and the Caribbean, through banking activities and payment systems and through goods and services related to the use of the digital yuan. And Efforts by the government of the People's Republic of China to build its media presence in Latin America and the Caribbean, and any government directed disinformation or information warfare campaigns in the region, including for military purposes or with ties to the People's Liberation Army. An assessment of a. the specific objectives that the government of the People's Republic of China seeks to achieve by expanding its presence and influence in Latin America and the Caribbean, including any objectives articulated in official documents or statements. b. whether certain investments by the government of the People's Republic of China, including in port projects, canal projects, and telecommunications projects in Latin America and the Caribbean, could have military uses or dual-use capability or could enable the government of the People's Republic of China to monitor or intercept United States or host nation communications. c. the degree to which the government of the People's Republic of China uses its presence and influence in Latin America and the Caribbean to encourage, pressure, or coerce governments in the region to support its defense and national security goals, including policy positions taken by the government of the People's Republic of China at international institutions. d. documented instances of governments of countries of Latin America and the Caribbean silencing, or attempting to silence, local critics of the government of the People's Republic of China, including journalists, academics, and civil society representatives, in order to placate the government of the People's Republic of China. The rationale for the government of the People's Republic of China becoming an observer at the Organization of American States. The relationship between the government of the People's Republic of China and the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States, CELAC, a regional organization that excludes the United States, and the role of the China-CELAC Forum in coordinating such relationship, and g. the specific actions and activities undertaken by the government of the People's Republic of China in Latin America and the Caribbean that present the greatest threat or challenge to the United States defense and national security interests in the region. 4. Any other matters the Secretary of State determines is appropriate. c. Form the report required by subsection A. shall be submitted in unclassified form without any designation relating to dissemination control, but may include a classified annex. D. Definitions. In this section, 1. The term appropriate congressional committees means a. The Committee on Armed Services and the Committee on Foreign Affairs of the House of Representatives, and b. The Committee on Armed Services and the Committee on Foreign Relations of the Senate. 2. The terms Latin America and the Caribbean and countries of Latin America and the Caribbean mean the countries and non-United States territories of South America, Central America, the Caribbean, and Mexico. Sec. 1339. Extension of prohibition on in-flight refueling to non-United States aircraft that engage in hostilities in the ongoing civil war in Yemen. Section 1273, of the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2020, Public Law 116-92, 133 Stat. 1699. Is amended by striking 2-year period and inserting 4-year period. Sec. 1340. Statement of Policy and Report on Yemen. A. Statement of Policy. It is the policy of the United States, 1. To continue to support and further efforts to bring an end to the conflict in Yemen, 2. To support efforts so that United States defense articles and services are not used for military operations resulting in civilian casualties, and 3. To work with allies and partners to address the ongoing humanitarian needs of Yemeni civilians. B. Report 1. In general, not later than 90 days after the date of the enactment of this Act, the Secretary of State, in coordination with the Secretary of Defense, shall submit to the appropriate congressional committees a report on whether the government of Saudi Arabia has undertaken offensive airstrikes inside Yemen in the preceding year resulting in civilian casualties. 2. Matters to be included. The report required by this subsection shall include the following: a. A full description of any such airstrikes, including a detailed accounting of civilian casualties incorporating information from non-governmental sources. B. An identification of Government of Saudi Arabia air units responsible for any such airstrikes. C. A description of aircraft and munitions used in any such airstrikes. 3. Form the report required by